Hey everyone, this is Mike Mitchell with Progressive Church Media, and in this tutorial I'm really excited to show you a new feature that we have added into Lumen. And that is the ability for Lumen to create a worship deck, a PowerPoint for you. Now, Lumen does all kinds of other things that'll help you brainstorm on creating liturgy and social media posts and all kinds of things. I'm going to focus on this PowerPoint deck first. Now, if you're not familiar with Lumen, just very quickly, what you do is you would create a profile. You tell Lumen a little bit about yourself, for example, what denomination you are affiliated with and whether or not you tend to follow the lectionary. And based on that, Lumen is able to then start learning about you and knowing about your faith and your faith traditions. Now over here you'll see Lumen knows, this is when I'm recording this video, and it knows exactly where we are in the liturgical calendar. So if you are following that, it's going to be pulling from those sources. But let me come over here to Worship Deck and show you the way this works. It's really, really cool. Now again, in Lumen, under sermon prep, you have the ability for it to help brainstorm with you and come up with liturgy. And so if you have done that, then you can pull that liturgy in directly. Or if you've got it in another document, you can just copy and paste it right into here. I have my liturgy in a Word document that I've been working on, and so I'm just going to ask Lumen to pull it in. So I'm going to click on Upload a Document. I'm going to choose my file, and then out here on my desktop there is my liturgy. Let me grab it, and you can see that Lumen has taken a look at it, and here it is. So that is the liturgy that I was working on. Now, if it pulled this in wrong, I can make changes to anything, but I'm just going to leave this as is, and I'm going to scroll down. Now, here's the cool part. So it's your liturgy, keep that in mind. And now what we're going to do is say, Lumen, I want you to pull together a PowerPoint deck for me, at least a starting point, based on my order of worship and my liturgy. So I can come down here and I can say, you know what, I want a very light themed PowerPoint deck. I want a dark one. I want one that is aligned with the liturgical season. So again, I'm in ordinary time right now. So if I clicked seasonal, it would generate something that has probably a lot of green in it. If I did this during Advent or Lent, for example, that background, that PowerPoint deck is going to probably have a lot of purple in it, but it's going to do that. But I have already uploaded a PowerPoint deck that we use from time to time. And so I'm going to say, you know what, just use the one that I've got currently loaded up. Now, if it's telling me that is that file, which that is correct. If I wanted to, I could come down here and say, you know what, we want to switch it up, use this new deck as the starting point, but I'm going to use this one. And because this is for a typical Sunday, so it's not Christmas Eve or Easter Sunday or anything like that, I'm going to leave this ticked just to tell Lumen, you know, this is just a typical Sunday. There's nothing really special. There's no holiday attached to this one. And now what it's going to do is it's going to pull together a plan that I can review before it actually builds the PowerPoint. This is a really key thing. Humans always approve everything before Lumen does anything. And so let's watch this in action. I'm going to click Review. It's now working its magic. This may take it a moment or two because it's looking through my liturgy. It's analyzing the deck that I ask it to use. So we'll give this a second. Okay, here we go. Now again, that may take it a little bit of time because Lumen is doing a lot of work there. It is looking at your deck, it's looking at your liturgy, and also if you've used Lumen before, it's looking at what it has learned about you and how you work with PowerPoint and trying to make sure what it's creating here is all in alignment. Now, this is just my plan, so you can see, I've got my call to worship, and what this is telling me is if I want to, I could merge slide 1 and slide 2 by clicking there, or if I don't want that slide, I would click here. But look down here. Now we're actually into the call and response. Here's the leader. It is suggesting that those be on separate lines, and then the first response from the people would also be on this same slide. And down here, this is kind of the cool thing, is it's starting to learn that when we do a call and a response in a PowerPoint, we want the leader and the response both on the same slide. Again, I could split that. That would create a new slide, or I could merge the next slide with this one. Okay, same thing here. We're on slide 3. Again, leader and response all on a slide. This is how it's recommending we break up the lines. We can change any of this. I'm going to just scroll down through. And again, there's my prayer. This is all coming straight from my liturgy. So let's get all the way to the bottom. Whoops, went too far. So I have reviewed all of that. Now again, that's the key. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to make anything until I approve it. This looks right. Approve it. Okay, and now it's acknowledging that I've approved it. Now I can click on Make the Deck. Boom, there it goes, and now I can download. Now, one of the things it's going to flag is if there's anything that it's telling me that maybe I need to be aware of, it's going to put that information here. And basically what it's saying here is there was one slide design that in my template that it didn't really build from. That's okay, we'll look at it. But let me go ahead and download my deck. We'll just save this out here on my desktop. Let me launch it, and then I will pull this up in here better so you can see this. Give me just a second to get this into view a little bit so you can see that we've got our title slide here. That's what it was saying. It really didn't know what to do, so it left it. But here's what I want you to look at. So it's pulled my liturgy in. Now I can come in here and I can make any final edits. Maybe I want to come here and change the bolding. So the idea is that Lumen is going to do a lot of the work for you, but then you can come in and finish it up, add anything in that you need to. One thing that I want to make very clear is that Lumen will not, if you have like hymns in your worship, Lumen is not going to pull in the hymn lyrics. You'll have to add those in on your own. That's intentional because Lumen doesn't know what kind of licensing you have in terms of music, and so it doesn't want to do anything that's going to put you in a position where you might be violating some kind of a copyright. So again, the goal here is to automate as much of the slide creation as we can, but still giving a human something to review and polish and finish up. But now a worship slide deck that maybe would take you a couple of hours to do, hopefully this is going to reduce that time significantly. The idea is you focus less on the mechanics of building the slide week after week, and then you focus more on the content, on the message, on the sermon. Now the other cool thing I'll mention is once I go through and make any adjustments and refinements, and when I save that, next week, if I upload this revised version into Lumen, Lumen's going to look it over. It's going to recognize that I've made changes. For example, if I make that not bold, and I move that down, and I make that not bold, it's going to start to notice those things, and it will adjust what it does over time to mirror what you're actually doing. So it's going to try to learn from you over time.
I'm really excited for you to try this new feature. You can try it free for 14 days. Check it out. Share what you do.